Hello, friends. Good to see you. My name is Aslam Sheikh, your host for this evening. I'm a president of Swiss Education Foundation, an exclusive platform to promote Switzerland as study destination. This is our 10th talk show and broadcasted live in Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Every alternate Friday, we aim to bring in the eminent speaker to discuss the topic that will help you to explore this beautiful country, which has been the favorite destination for Bollywood shooting, family vacations, and definitely for education. So, those who are listening us first time, we are Swiss Education, India's largest platform offering hospitality, business, and culinary programs at elite top ranked colleges of Switzerland. Our students have been awarded a total scholarship of worth 7.30 crores to study in Switzerland, and we offer airport to airport service and leaves nothing to chance. So, well, let's move on to our today's topic. Today's topic is very interesting. We are going to explore business degree through hospitality, luxury, and finance. To discuss this exciting subject with us, we have our today's guest speaker, Professor Xavier, and let me welcome Professor Xavier in the room. Hello, Professor Xavier. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be with you and all your audience, and I'm speaking from Montreux, Switzerland, a beautiful place to be.
Thank you very much, sir. So let me quickly introduce to our audience. Professor Xavier is born in Belgium, holding a Swiss and a Belgian passport. He is a serial entrepreneur. He founded and managed companies in France, India, and Switzerland, all active in the production of natural health products. Some of the products he created have been sold by millions of units and are still on the marketplace. Professor Xavier completed his managerial experience with Master of Business Administration in 2006. He never forgets his first love, nature, that along with innovation has always fueled his passion. A bachelor of degree in agronomy to start with, then natural products, and today eco-friendly building, the latest of his entrepreneurial pursuit. When not at work, Professor Xavier goes hiking into the Swiss mountain or to the sea as often as he can. Professor Xavier is currently teaching innovation, entrepreneurship, and management at Hotel Institute of Montreux, Switzerland. So we welcome you, sir, and let's quickly start our today's session. Friends, we are going to today discuss about Switzerland. And you know, Switzerland is a landlocked country of towering mountains, deep alpine lakes, grassy valleys dotted with neat farms and small villages, are thriving cities that blend the old and the new. Switzerland is the nexus of the diverse physical and cultural geography of Western Europe, renowned for both its natural beauty and its way of life. So, Professor Xavier, with this short and small introduction, let me quickly jump on to our first question. And as you are speaking to us from Montreux, tell us more about the city of Montreux, the Swiss Riviera, and its significance on the map of Switzerland.
Montreux is an absolutely unique place. First, Montreux has been for long a leading place for the tourist industry. Do you know that the very first tourist professional association ever to be created in Switzerland was created in Montreux? And they have developed from there a tradition of management and education in hospitality that is nowhere to be seen.
Right. It's nice to know that. And we've also heard the Montreux Jazz Festival, which is very quite popular in Europe. Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, the Montreux Jazz Festival, it's another aspect of what is happening in Montreux. First, Montreux is a small city with a wonderful climatic condition. You see the mountain, and the Montreux Jazz Festival is a world-class event that is well recognized all around the world. And it's also an absolutely amazing place for innovation. They have been the first ever festival to record their music on DNA. Yes, I'm speaking of DNA that you have in all your cell. You can't record music on DNA. And the first ever place where they had recorded their music on DNA is the Montreux Jazz Festival. Montreux is definitely a place of innovation.
Wow, that's so amazing to know about the city. Thank you very much. In fact, our one of our Swiss ambassadors now it's Roger Federer, but before that we had the Indian Bollywood star Ranveer Singh. He was the Swiss tourism ambassador, and he shot quite a few videos in the beautiful city of Montreux, in the Vevey, and also near to the Fedry famous statue. So that's how we know Montreux so well.
Yeah, because Freddie Mercury is so well known here, a star at the festival, and so he get the statue nearby the lake at say 200 meters from the school.
Wow. So, friends, you are not very far from the most happening places of Montreux and the city of Montreux. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next question. Let's come back to our study mode a little bit. Uh, Professor, you are already teaching the entrepreneurship, innovation, and management. We would like to know more from you about the Hotel Institute of Montreux, that there are so many institutes in Switzerland. And what is your message to students and parents who are listening to you? Why should they look at HIM as one of the possible options for them to select this institute for their higher education?
First, it is rooted in Montreux. As the name indicates, it's Hotel Institute Montreux, and we are rooted into this 2 century tradition of hospitality and innovation. That's really a city where you'd have both together. You know that tomorrow will be a quite different life than today. Many changes will happen, and the management of innovation is critical in order to adapt ourselves to the 21st century challenges. And in Hotel Institute Montreux, we have this unique balance between a bachelor in business administration that we deliver in collaboration with Northwood University. So you have a very well recognized diploma that have a very strong accreditation that enable you, if ever you wish to continue later, to enter any master program you wish, which is a great achievement. And on the other hand, you have the practicalities of hospitality. You do internship, you really learn that tradition. And so it's a unique institute where you study management at best with 3 options. Luxury. You know that Swiss, we know something about luxury in Switzerland, no need to say. Finance. It seems that we know also something about finance in Switzerland. No need to say. And franchise, because franchise is probably the most commonly used business model in hospitality, and it's hospitality use that business model best than any other industry. So that's what we offer. We offer also general management courses. Top of that, you do your internship, you create a network into the industry. Many internship leads also later to employment opportunity. It's not difficult to get a job when you quit our school. It's also a good place to continue your study towards a master degree if you don't wish to go directly to the professional life.
Right. Thank you very much for the detailed answer. I'm seeing one question here wherein it's been asked that there is one way to look at joining the bachelor course is to go directly into a business school and study the business management program. Wherein at HIM, we get a BBA program, but also we have got some specialization, which you mentioned. So, how does these route of hospitality with business help students to get into a business degree as compared to a pure business degree?
As you know, I've been an entrepreneur, so I am, and that's a vision that is different. Means I have also the other side. I'm not only an academician. I'm looking at a student as a potential employees. And when you get our degrees, you have not only study theory, yes, you have, and you have study theory as much as in any other business school, but on top of that, you have the practicalities. You know how to apply that in the daily life of an hotel, but also of other hunting company. And therefore, you are an asset for a company. because you come with a professional experience on top of an educational experience. And when you have both, it's people will pick you rather than people having only the theoretical background of management.
I think you made a very interesting point that having an experience along with a degree makes a lot of sense from an entrepreneur or from a business point of view when they are looking to recruit and hire these professionals, graduates, as compared to the graduates who are just plainly coming from a business degree. Here, I would like to
Make
also
your
ask.
confidence. Make
Yes,
your confidence. I have two grown kids, 22, 25. Both of them, I told them, do studies in such a school where you have both theory, practice. Because the company, that's the people they will hire. They will not take people only full, a super big brain, but no practicalities in the studies.
absolutely. So, friends, that's the advice coming from an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur who has been successfully generating a lot of business and a lot of careers for many other people to follow in his company. His very clear advice is that only degree is not enough for you to survive or even into enter into a professional career. Having a in degree along with an experience is always a good combination. So, thank you very much, Professor, for this piece of advice. I'll move on to very connected questions on this point. You mentioned about the experience quite a few times. How does HIM help students to gain that valuable practical experience alongside pursuing the bachelor degree?
We have something in HIM I haven't seen in many schools. We have full-time people, career advisor, helping our student to find and manage their internship. So we have full-time people in the school that helps the student to sell themselves, find good internship, network in the industry, and we even have something that is also unique, which is named International Recruitment Forum, where we interconnect our students with hundreds of companies into the industry. And if the students should have to help themselves, of course, we do our part of the job, they have to do their part of the job. But we supply them and we support them with professional to do so, and therefore they get opportunity to do all around the world internships that are very meaningful and that may also lead to employment later.
That's right. So, friends, as Professor has explained, that you get an opportunity which is very unique at HIM, whereby you get not only a professionally well qualified degree, but also a practical work experience in the form of internship as a part of your course. Professor Xavier, the next question comes is that what kind of job would student expect during the internship period as an intern?
As an intern, of course, we are an hospitality management school. So the internship will be done in hospitality. In hospitality, they may go in different departments in the hotel. That may be front desk, revenue management, operation, and we always try that they can select the internship according to the career plan they aim at. Not all the students have the same profile, not all the students have the same ambition, and we custom tailor the internship to match the expectation of the student. In hospitality management, where there is lot of jobs opportunity. It's a very good school for the life and for the team. So any function in an hotel is provided, and they'd like to have our student as an intern because they know they have been tuned. We have this close interaction with the industry. Most of our lecturer have work in hotel, and so that's a plus too.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So, friends, you have heard that you have got a lot of different areas to explore as a plan of your career to do your internship in the respective areas and gain some really valuable practical experience. Um, the next question comes mostly from the parents' point of view, Professor Xavier. That parents are, you've been to India and you know the culture very well, and I presume based out of your previous ventures, Indian parents are a little more concerned about the students' well-being. They still kind of a motherly and parent nature around them still when they're grown up. So, uh, what kind of facilities school offers once the students are there on campus in terms of food and accommodation, so that our parents who are listening to you can uh, can can be convinced that this could be the right option for their kids in terms of safety and facilities.
First, as you know, Switzerland is one of the safest country in the world. So you are never afraid when you are in the street here. It's extremely safe and secure as a place. Second, the campus is based in old hotel. So we live in an hotel, a wonderful building actually, and all the student rooms are in the above floor of the hotel, and we down below we have the restaurant, and so with a large choice of food, veg or non-veg, so they can also find the kind of food that will suit their taste and their food habits. That might be slightly different from one country to another's. As it is a buffet, you could choose whatever you wish. So for the veg, there is a possibility to make it also. And we have house managers that take care and offer kind of service. And so the service provided to the student is good, the security is good, the conditions, and quite a few of them have a wonderful view on the lake. So it is safe, well organized, food will be taken care of, and healthy food also, because you don't wish your kids to go. I think what I observed, it's a very nice place in the sense that your kid always will grow, and you do not wish them to jump into the professional life one shot. Coming here, it's something in between. You know, you still need to grow up and mature and acquire experience in the life before going on your own. And I think coming in a school like OR, where you have this aspect of a boarding school also, of course it's freer than a boarding school, but it's a good middle step. They will not dive and be let to themselves alone in a far remote country. And we have an education counselor, and if they have health problem, they can go there and say, I need an appointment to the doctor, but I'm not used to how it goes. They will help. I have a problem with my visa. I do not know how it goes. They will help. I have a problem because I need to take the train to go there. I do not know, not use. They will help. So we are used to this cultural transfer, having foreigners. You know, simply in my classes of international management, 20 students, 12 nationalities. So imagine we have an amazing experience to manage people coming from all around the world, girls and boys, and we protect them also. We are not a family, we don't pretend to be, but we are a step in between. And the young are safe, but educated. You know, it's not like if you keep them next to your door, but it's not like you send them alone in a foreign country without any support and environment. Not like that.
Absolutely. I think you mentioned quite a few very interesting points, which would be very valuable for parents to listen to understand. One of the very important point which I picked up is very rightly you said that you students, when they are moving from India and going to a foreign country, though it is a foreign country, but they would not be all alone. With the kind of inclusive support which has been offered by the university on campus, with food, accommodation, career counselors being around, it provide a comfort of having somebody to talk to and to share and then find the solution to their problems. Thank you very much, Professor, for this very informative session.
We always have a few Indians, so they will also have this opportunity to get friends with them and network, and it's always a smooth introduction.
Absolutely. I would also like to keen to know more about the faculty. But like you yourself is a successful entrepreneur, and you're running multiple businesses, and you chose to teach and share your experience with students here on campus. So, what kind of faculty mix would the student expect at HIM?
Um, you know, I, I'm not a full-time teacher. I still do things aside. And I do not wish to do only teaching. It's not a research institution here. It's an institution where I should say most, if not all, the academics have had high professional responsibility in companies. So I'm teaching entrepreneurship, and the school selected me because I have been an entrepreneur. My dear colleague Bruno Dart, who is giving the luxury course, he come from the French luxury big company, LVMH, where you really know what is luxury, and he did brand management in luxury. He worked also for the Swiss watch industry, and of course, the Swiss watch industry, they know all about luxury and what does this mean. And so, of course, we have strong academic background because we have PhD teachers, or PhD, I mean, I do not have a PhD, for example, but I have run 10 different companies, all created by myself. I had hundreds of employees. I created product. And of course, I have this master degree. But I mean, we have a mix of academic and practicalities. That's really the specificities of Hotel Institute Montreux. We know what a company is. We are not simply learning it through the books. Like I've seen management teachers in a Swiss university, I won't give the name. The guy, he never spent a minute in his life in a company. He did master degree, PhD, assistant professor, and now he's professing how to manage a company. He didn't spend a minute of his life working in a company. School, school, school. I think that's my humble opinion. Something is missing in such a curriculum. We don't have that here.
Absolutely. Very, very valid point. So, friends, that's something which you need to understand before choosing any institute. Of course, you have got plenty of schools options across the world. But when you talk about the faculty, this is where it makes a lot of difference, because once you have the faculties, like Professor Xavier rightly said, and he practiced also, that you are not just learning from a faculty who knows the academics or the field of education, but also he can connect the education with the practical examples what's happening in the industry, and that can be done only by a professional who knows both the sides, the education and by having the industry exposure. And that's what Professor Xavier has rightly said, that since he and his colleague comes from the industry background and they choose to teach the students out of their passion, that combines and blend very well the education and industry, the academia and industry very well into the classroom, so that you can see through the books the industry very clearly and very practically. So thank you, Professor Xavier, for this answer. And I'm just going to wrap up the session, entering into the last question, second last question probably, is that what kind of career opportunities, according to you, you think student would have a chance to explore after graduating from HIM and how HIM helps?
Um, to make a bit of theory in the field of business, not too much theory. If you look at that in management, you have three kind of career. You can become kind of general manager. A general manager is someone able to bind a team, to build that team, and to lead the team. You have specialists, means people specializing in a specific field of activities. For example, in hospitality, you will become a revenue manager or an operation manager, or specialize yourself in a specific activities, marketing, whatever in the industry. And then at the end, you could also become an entrepreneur. The three paths are super nice for students. They should know simply where they belong to. If you do the studies here, you can build your career, your internship, matching your personality and become a general manager. That's one kind of career you can do. Through the specialization, finance, luxury, franchise, and other stuff, you could specialize yourself in a specific field of activities and therefore go in depth and learn and learn and learn and become super good in a specific field of activities, which give you also a good career profile. And of
Right.
course, entrepreneurship is one option, which often students do not do when they leave the school because they wish to gain a bit of experience before, which is always welcome. But many of our students, 5-10 years down the line, settle their own business or manage family business, because we have many students with family business.
Okay. So here is the pathway which very clearly defined by Professor Xavier. You have got plenty of options to choose from, and then accordingly you can progress onto your future career. And as he said previously, that HIM also organize international recruitment forum, wherein the international companies come from across the world, and you get a chance to interact with them and be interviewed by them. Before we wrap up, Professor Xavier, we would you being the successful entrepreneur and now also the professor at the school, and also you worked in India and different countries. We would like to have your advice. If I ask you what advice you would like to share with our Indian students and parents who are listening to you, what could be that advice?
I think the more we progress in life, the more we realize we need to know ourselves and to work according to what we are and what deeply motivates us. We will never be uh, better than in the field of activities or in the field of things that we love. And if we pursue that, and on top of that put some theory practice, no, not just the patient for the patient, but we frame and structure that with a proper educational background. That's where then later in the life we really have a life we enjoy. I never thought I would do so many stuff in my life. I never thought I will one day become a teacher. And at the time, you look, I'm not that young, I'm not that old too, but I have some experience. And for example, I never thought I will be doing that. But one day I realized that the time for transmission came, and then I started doing it. And I have always engaged in activities I love and put the discipline and the science. Entrepreneurship, for example, is not just the patient. It's the patient plus the knowledge. Because if you don't know anything about finance, you don't know anything about marketing, you probably not be the best entrepreneur you can. So if you mix both, the future is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for these golden words. And I'm sure that the students and parents are motivated with this piece of advice. So, friends, what Professor Xavier says, find out your passion, live with your passion, and also combine passion with a good education, top up with a good experience. which like institute like HIM offers you, which gives you a chance to graduate and gain some practical experience in an industry so that you can choose your specialization wisely and get onto your future career with more confidence, as he rightly said. Okay, so thank you, Professor Xavier, for joining us for this session and sharing your
It was my
valuable
pleasure.
insight.
Thank you for welcoming me. And I have the feeling of the good old memories from India. And I wish to see many of your citizens with us here. And I will have always a kind word to welcome them because I know, living myself abroad, what it is to come in a foreign country, and you need to do it. And we will always have a kind word when they arrive to welcome them because they have taken the risk to leave India and to come in a very different country, but very pleasant one too, Switzerland. It was my
Absolutely.
pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, thank you, friends, for joining us on this today's topic of Explore Business Degree through Hospitality, Luxury, and Finance. If any of our listeners seek further information to study in Switzerland, please feel free to contact us on our helpline number, that's 88799 or visit our website swisseducation.com, and our experienced counselor will be happy to assist you instantly. My name is Aslam Sheikh, President of Swiss Education Foundation, signing off with a promise to come back again on 12th November sharp at 5 p.m. with another guest speaking on an interesting educational topic. Until then, think Switzerland, think Swiss education.
Bye. All the best.